Now we will deal with Shloka 33 onwards of the second chapter. Atha chettvamimam dharmyam samgramam na karishyasi tata swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papamavapsyasi. Now Krishna wants to warn Arjuna in between giving this knowledge. So he's prompting him for action. Krishna is saying, this yuddha is your duty. This war is your duty. And if you are not prepared to fight this war, or if you are not prepared to do your duty, you are doing dereliction of your duty. And what will happen? Your fame will be lost, and you are likely to incur sin because you have deviated from your prescribed duty. Akirtim chapi bhutani kathayishyanti te vyam sambhavitasya chakirtir maranadadirichyate. So the Krishna is reiterating the fact that you will incur sin, you will incur defame. So is warning that a life filled with defame will be a very bad state for a warrior. So that will be, the death will be even better, rather than people saying that this Arjuna is a coward. He ran away from war. So he will incur defame and sin. Bhayadrinaduparadam mamsyande tvam maharadhaha yesham chatvam bahumado bhutva yasyasi lakhavam. And people will definitely say, your enemies will definitely say that you ran away from this war because of fear, because of seeing Karna, Bhishma, Drona, Duryodhana and other warriors, great warriors. Out of fear, Arjuna ran away. And people hearing that will consider you as a coward, and they will, those people who have praised you, those who have considered you as a great warrior, will talk about you in dishonor. So that's a very pathetic state for you, Arjuna. And Krishna is continuing. Avachya vadamscha bahun vadishyanti tavahidaha nindandastava samardhyam tato dukkhataram nukim. And they will create so many stories about you, to ill-treat you, to defame you, to belittle you. So that will be very painful for you, Arjuna. Now you, because of your mercy for your relatives and your teachers, you think that it's better that you keep away from this war. You don't want to kill your relatives and teachers. But your enemies will belittle you. They will say that you have ran away from the war, seeing the big army of Kaurava. So that will definitely create sorrow for you, Arjuna. Hato va prapsyasi surgam jitva va bhukshase mahim tasmad uttishta kaundeya yudhaya krita nishchaya. Krishna is continuing his arguments to stimulate Arjuna for the war. If you are killed in this war, you are definitely going to heaven. And if you win the war, you can live like a king. So, get up, Arjuna, and fight. That is your duty. So, don't do dereliction of duty. Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labhu jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamavapsyasi. So how to fight? Now Krishna is giving the advice how you should live. Sukha dukhe same kritva. You have to consider pleasure and pain alike. Sukha dukhe same. Consider both happiness and sorrow in equal terms. Labha labho. When you get a profit or when you lose something, when you are at a loss, so treat these two situations equally. Labha labho and jaya jayo, in victory and in defeat. So in all situations of life, Lord Krishna is taking these few examples to reiterate the fact that in all situations of life, whatever things may happen to your life, sometimes good will happen, sometimes bad things will happen, sometimes you will be very healthy, sometimes you will be afflicted with so many diseases, sometimes you will have a lot of money, at times you will be penniless. So in all these situations of life, you have to keep your mind in a steady way. So if you take all the events of life in such a way, naivam papamavapsyasi, you are not going to incur sin, because you are not moved by the situations of life. You can face the life in a different way. In a different sense, ordinary people just react to good things with happiness and bad things with sorrow. So if you can take all these situations in an equal way, you become fit to proceed further to realize this Atma. So the first step will be you will not incur sins. Esha te bihida sankhye buddhi yoge timam shrunu buddhya yukto yeya partha karma bandham brahasyasi. Krishna is saying that till now I have told about the indestructibility of Atma, the necessity to take all the opposites, pleasure and pain and fame and defame, everything in an equal way. So they all come under Sankhya Buddhi. These are all knowledge. In knowledge, what is the difference between knowledge and action? In knowledge, you understand a thing. It is like that. So that will remove your fear. And now Krishna says, I will just give you a glimpse of Yoga Buddhi. The way in which you can do actions without falling down from this process of realization. So what's the need of that? Karma bandham prahasyasi. Ordinary people, when they do karma, they got bound down. They will be bound to the karmas. They will fall down. They will fall into the samsara, this ocean of birth and death. So if you follow this yoga, this yoga is different from the Ashtanga yoga. What Krishna says yoga means, that's a Nishkama yoga. So that is different from the Ashtanga yoga of Patanjali. So if you follow this yoga, or if you follow this yoga buddhi, you will be freed from all kinds of actions. Karma bandham prahasyasi. You will be released from all actions. You will not be bound down like other people. And usually people, when they marry, it's a bondage for them. When a new child is born, it's a bondage for them. When they get a new job, it's a bondage for them. When they possess a new house, it's a bondage for them. So all these things become bondage for ordinary people. But if you follow this yoga, you'll be freed from all your actions. Karma bandham prahasyasi. You'll get over these actions. These actions will not bind you down. And Krishna says, Neha bhikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyade swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahado bhayat. And people, because of lack of knowledge of this Atma and the lack of knowledge of this yoga buddhi, they fall down. They get away from the path of realization and they fall into the cycle of birth and deaths. So if you follow either this jnana, knowledge, or this yoga, what? You'll be freed of all your actions. Neha bhikramanashosti. There will not be any destruction of whatever you have gained. If you have gained something from knowledge, or if you have gained something in the path of yoga, it will not be destroyed. Whatever you gain will be as an asset for you. And there will not be any pratyavaya. There will not be any adverse effects or any consequences. If you follow this, some people fear that if I am following some rituals or I am following a certain way of life, a certain religious order. So if I drop that, And if I follow this knowledge or if I follow this way of action of nishkama karma, will I get some consequences? Will I fall from heaven? Or will I get some wrong results? And Lord assures you that never such consequences or adverse effect will happen to a man who is following this path of knowledge or path of yoga. And assures that Swalpamapyasya dharmasya, even if you follow an iota of this knowledge or yoga, you will be freed of great fear. Trayade mahado bhayan. Trayade means you will cross over. Mahado, great fear. What is the great fear? Fear of death, fear of going to hell, fear of sin, fear of falling down from the spiritual ladder. So, you will be freed of all these fears, because once you know this knowledge, that will liberate you from all kinds of afflictions. Vyavasayatmika buddhi regeha kurunandana bahushagahyanandascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. And Krishna is differentiating the intellect of an industrious person and an unindustrious person. And those who is industrious, their brain will be sharp. They will fix their targets and they will work accordingly, and they will achieve that. Even in worldly things, those people who want to achieve something or attain something, they will set their goal, they will set their targets, and they will work for that, and they will achieve that. But those people who are unindustrious, they think of many things, and they will not set the goal. There may be multiple goals for them, and their effort will be divided. So they will not achieve their targets. They will get some petty things. They will never achieve their real targets, even in worldly things. The same is true with spirituality. So when you set your goal as knowing Atma, realizing Atma, then your path will be clear, because you have set a clear target. But if you think that your goal is achieving some pleasures or having some enjoyment in heaven, such petty things will divide your intellect. So you will not achieve your target. So for achieving this realization of Atma, you have set your goal, I should realize Atma in this life itself. So that's my aim, that's my target. I don't care about anything else. So if you set your target like that, your path will become clear. Yamimam pushpitam vajam pravadantya vipashchitaha vedavadarata partha nanyadasti divadinaha. And those people whose target is not set, those people who are deluded by the framework of religion, they don't have the real target as I should know Atma. I want to know what is Atma. I want to know the reality of this world. Such intelligent way will take you up. But most of the people are deluded by the worldly things. And even in spirituality, they think that attaining heaven and enjoying the pleasures are the targets of life. So it's like Yamimam Pushpitam Vajam. They are having flowering words. This only lip service. And they have slipped from the real target. They are not aware of the real target. So, their intellect has been deluded and deteriorated. Kamatmana swargapara janmakarma bhalapradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gadim prati. Why they behave like this? Because they are kamatmana. Kamatmana means they are having full of desires in their heart. Their desires are not, their heart is not emptied of desires. They have lot of desires in their heart. Swargapara. They want enjoyment. They want enjoyment in heaven. All kinds of enjoyments they expect to get in heaven after their death. And by that, what will be the result? They will get another life, another set of actions, and they continue in the cycle of birth and death. And they continue to be in different spheres of this world, doing different actions, because their target is bhoga and aishwarya, enjoyment and wonderful life full of happiness. That is what they aim at. So they deviate from the real target. The real target is realization of Atma. And they continue in the cycle of births and deaths because their hearts are full of desires and their target is different kinds of heavens. They want to go to heaven because they want to enjoy. And they have no real desire for this Atma. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya pahrida chedasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidhiyate. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam. So we have seen that their target has been fixed as enjoyment, heaven. So their mind is carried away, their intellect is carried away. Their brain is absorbed in the worlds they will attain, the heavens they will enjoy. So such people will not get that one-pointed intellect. We have seen that even in worldly life, those people who are industrious and those people who are victorious, they will have an one-pointed intellect. Such one-pointed industrious intellect will not get such an intellect. So what's the result? Samadhau na vidhiyade. Their mind will not calm down. Their mind will not be concentrated. Their mind will be incapable of comprehending a single thing. So they cannot comprehend the subtle truths of the world. They cannot comprehend the Atma. They cannot comprehend the real thing because their mind is carried away by the unreal world, the enjoyment. Vishaya Veda Nistrai Gunyo Bhavajuna Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasto Niryogakshematmavan. Traigunya Vishaya Veda, and the ordinary scriptures. So we have Vedas, and in all religious texts, all religions, there will be some texts. They deal with some prescribed actions, all religions. So they say that if you follow this, you will get these results. If you do good, you will get good results. If you do bad, you will get bad results. So all religions talk about this Traigunya. They talk about the kind of actions and their results. But if you want to know Atma, if you want to cross this world, if you want to avoid the cycle of births and deaths, you have to go beyond this, beyond these prescriptions of this religion. For that, what you have to do? Nistraigunyo. You have to cross these three gunas. You have to go above that. So when an aeroplane is flying, if it is below the clouds, it cannot see the sky beyond. So if you have to see the sky beyond, you have to go up above the clouds. Then you will see the unlimited sky. Likewise, if you are going in the prescriptions of these Vedas or the religious texts, you do this, in the morning you do this, in the evening you do this, in the afternoon you do this. So these are religious prescriptions. All religions have such prescriptions. These are good for getting good results. But if you want to know Atma, you have to go beyond that. You have to go one step above that. So you have to cross all these gunas. Nirdvando. At that stage, you have to keep all these heat, cold, fame, defame, profit, loss, happiness, sorrow, everything you have to take everything as equal. Nitya sattvasto, have to be, keep your mind always in the sattva. Sattva guna is near this Atma. So you keep your mind always in Nitya sattvasto. And don't consider your yogakshema. Usually people are concerned about their yogakshema. Yogakshema means their future and your preservation of what you have. People want to preserve what they have and they want to acquire new things. So their brain is fixed on this yogakshema. What will happen to me tomorrow? So a person who wants to cross the Traigunya Vishaya, he should forget about this yogakshema. He should not think about his future. He should not think about holding to his possessions. Such worldly thoughts he should quit, and he has to become Atmavan. Means that his thoughts should always be aimed at the Atma. He should keep always spiritual thoughts. What is Atma? Who am I? And what's my relation with Brahman, the ultimate? What I should do to realize Brahman? Such thoughts you should keep, you should ponder upon, you should think about. So then you will become Atmavan, one whose mind is fixed in Atma. Your mind should not be fixed in worldly things. Then you are sure to fall down. So you should fix your mind in Atma, in Atma, in Atma.